There we go. Okay, cool.
Time to get back to
Make
work.
sure. Yep, you're being received. You're sweet. Okay. No. Hello, Xavier. How you doing today? It's good to see you. Okay, so now I have a relative plan for today's stream. I would like to knock out some of these side quests. Um, there's been quite a bit piling up, and I know that I have this limited time event. Don't like air quote limited, not really limited anymore. Like I have this to do, um, which I could have sworn I've done this already, because I don't know, I should have. Uh, but I don't know. So I want to knock out at least 3 side quests, and then we can go back to that. In the meantime, it is time to build Carlotta her second team. So I finished my card at the 8 yesterday. Sweet. What are her final stats looking like? It's gonna be absolutely cracked.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
Bask in the sunlight. The fruit of evolution. Growing again.
80.6 crit rate, 305 crit damage, 50k HP. It's crazy. Well, I wish I could have those stats. That's awesome. I can't even get 60 crit rate.
Shine, holy light.
That's awesome. You have her signature weapon, surely, right? You have to.
Come at me.
Because I'm pretty sure her sig gives her a lot of HP. 305 crit. Oh. Yeah, I have her signature. Yeah, gotcha. You should build my characters for me.
Help you with.
Perfect weather.
How many times
for
I need to do
walk
this? Okay.
today.
Ready. Oh, hi.
All yours. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around.
Yeah,
Come
that's
at
sick.
me.
So then what's the plan next? You just gonna like try and build Siasona better, or
Reduce to dust.
what's the game plan? Respawn. Respawn.
All yours. Don't stand in my way.
Sentinel, protect me. Answer me. Bluebird, be my salvation.
That's insane.
Together we stand. Purify. In the name of
No
Imperator.
contest.
Next I need to do Siasona. Maybe I can give Parthia more crit rate, more crit damage HP. I mean, I don't know how much of those stats are wasted. I mean, it seems like you got pretty good stat rolls. Again, I don't know how much of the HP is coming from the weapon, so like maybe that, but
Anything I can.
Perfect weather.
outside
for
of that,
walk
that's just
today.
nuts. That's insane.
Maybe not.
I wish I could fly in the 1.0 area. I just want to fly.
Perfect wind to glide.
That the weapon gets 71% HP. No wonder you have 50k. That's crazy. So maybe I don't know. That's still a really good substats to get 80 over 305, or 305 over 80, I guess. is the proper way to say it. Yeah. Yeah, if it were me, I would definitely work on Siasona, and then after, because you want to go all in on Cardathea, right? So you really only have to like seriously build 3 characters. So once you get the other two to like a pretty solid standard, you can go back and like hyperfix it on one at least. Because I think that's the way I would do it. Because that would like guarantee that your other two aren't falling behind for a really long time until you get Cardathea perfect. You know. Of course, I've never done something like that, so I could be mistaken as well. I killed Nightmare, Kelpie, and Fleur-de-Lis a lot just for the perfect substats.
Efficiency.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Absolutely. That is the thing I really like about Wuthering Waves, is that you can farm relics, or, yeah, I mean, they're basically relics. You can farm relics without having to use your energy, so you can use energy to, like, level up a character, give them Forte, XYZ, and you can farm their relics. I think that's just really cool. I should start doing that more. I don't do it very often on stream because I don't know if people would actually want to see that. But I should start doing it more because I can get a better main stat. I need to get a better main stat for Baron at her 4-piece kind of doo-doo. Yeah, it would be so sick. Can you imagine if HSR let you do that? I would not get off the game. That'd be awesome.
Efficiency above all.
Also, but I also have no idea how they would even start to do that.
Perfect wind to glide.
Yeah. Well, now you have me curious, Xavier. How many dead stats do I have? Yeah, I only have 39 crit damage. That's bad. This is bad. This is bad. That's fine. So it's only a little bit. I guess the problem with mine is that they just low roll really bad. So I just don't have very high stats. Except for crit damage for some reason. I get really high crit damage rolls, which is nice, but it doesn't matter because my crit rate's so freaking low. Doesn't matter. It didn't do anything. Hello, Ketchup. How you doing today? It's good to see you. I also maxed your talents while I was at it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would expect you to be able to max out all 3 of them relatively quickly. They're Fortes. I guess maybe the weekly boss might be a bottleneck, but that's not something to worry about too much. You just do that every week. No HSR today? The fake collab comes out tomorrow, Ketchup. So, even if I want, like, I would love to play HSR right now, because I'm really hyped for it. I've done everything in the game, except for, like, a few side quests, which would take maybe 30 minutes to do. So that doesn't warrant an entire stream. So.
Perfect wind to glide.
I'm sorry. Where is it? Where's the flower? Where's the flower? Where is the flower? It was right there. I just couldn't see it. Actually, speaking of Honkai Star Rail. So, although the HSR... You mixed up Bronya? Very nice. Very good. We love Bronya. Because the HSR collab is coming out tomorrow, I will actually not be streaming Honkai Star Rail tomorrow. I will be streaming it on Saturday, because I will have a special guest coming on stream, and they will be doing their summons live with us on top of my own. So, that's going to be really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, you all get double the summons for double the savers. I don't use her, Sparkle. I mean, yeah, you probably want to use Sparkle instead of Bronya. It threw me off because it wasn't a limited time thing. So what I did was 44111 for Cardathea for more HP. I also managed to get E6 March. Wow. Okay, well, not the Cardathea is smart. getting HP stacks. I also mentioned the E6 March 7th, E16 Yin, and E6 heard a puppet yesterday. What did you summon for fight on? Ah, yawn. Did you summon for fight on, Xavier? Is that what happened? Or did you just pull on standard a bunch? Is that? That's real funky. I was going for Sunday. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's probably a good pickup. Yeah, especially with your character. Sunday would probably benefit. And, I mean, he can manipulate Castris a little bit, but you have Trippy, so... Probably... Yeah. I mean, Sunday, I think, right now is the most useful, so he's always just good to have. Hello, Shy Bromium. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. I do not care what you have to say. I want your lotto ticket. I managed to get 30 pulls yesterday. How did you get 30 pulls in a day? What did you do? Did you just do all of your endgame content? That's not even 30 pulls. That's like 10. Yeah, teach me your ways. I need to know how to do this. How do you... Oh, Sim Universe. That'll do it. I gotta love Sim. Sim is a great way. Sim has so many stogates tucked away in it. Especially if you end up doing the, oh, what's it called? It's the third one. It's not the Swarm or Cogs and Gear or Golden Gears. It's the third one. I can't ever remember what that one is. Yeah, so, but like, did you just do the entire... no, that one. Yeah, that one. That one's rough. The time is upon us, 27 hours until fate. I know, I'm super excited. Um, I'll say this at the end, again, at the end of the stream, but I'm actually not going to be streaming HSR the day it comes out, so tomorrow. One, because I'm not entirely sure how much story we're gonna get. I don't know if it'll, like, actually take up an entire stream. But even if it does, I'm still gonna be pulling for Saber. So I will be doing that. But it will be on Saturday because I will have a special guest come on stream, and him and I will be pulling for Saber at the same time. It's a Trailblaze continuance and an event. Yes, it's warranted a stream. Yes, yeah. I'm so that's awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for Archer. I'm just excited to see how they do. I mean, I'm pulling for Saber because, you know, y'all have infected me with enthusiasm, and the guy who's coming on stream is a bad influence from my summoning a book. But I'm also really excited to see how they hold up, like if they change the way that HSR is played. Kind of like how Jing Liu changed the way HSR was played when she first came out. Of course, now she's kind of just here. But he's very cool. I will have him E0 S1, but it's sad I might not be able to get Sparkle. Do you just not have enough, Sojit? I'm glad Saber and Archer are traditional DPS. I can agree with that. I think that's true. Yeah. I mean, then again, I haven't watched Fate, so like maybe it would make sense for them to be like HP scaling or something different, but I don't know. The conventional crit damage is just
Comes with the job.
Easier to build.
Then block it.
I don't want to fight you, you stinky lizard. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm going for Saber as my priority. Yeah. I wasn't going to get Sunday, but early tribute changed a lot. That's true. Early tribute is huge for your account. You like Castrus is gonna go do crazy numbers now. Use heroic Ren to cut open the suspicious object. Yeah, well, I wish I could, but it's not gonna let me. There we go. You're kidding. I was mad at Sunday and I don't have him. Kestrus is still going to manage to kill my teammates though. Yeah, that's what Gallagher's gonna be on that team. He'll just counteract that. That's what his job is. And then you can run Bilo on your second team. Oh, what the heck? Why is that gold? What? Gimme. There we go.
Efficiency above all.
Okay, while we do this. I'm using Sparkle on 2 teams right now. With Archer, there will be 3 teams with Sparkle. Yeah. Sunday might be a priority for you to catch up. If you plan on using all of those teams at once in in-game content. It might be unavoidable. I'm going for Saber, right? I have Sunday Tribute. Alright, Mr. Bragger. I only have Robin out of those 3. But I do have Ruin May, and she's like a universal support, so it makes up for it. I was mad at Sunday and I don't have it. However, whenever a Harmony or a very strong support comes out, I'll try to pull if it makes sense for my account. Like I will pull Sparkle or Rerun. And E1 Robin's E1 Robin's good. I always tend to think that it's always better to, in my opinion, it's always better to get a character rather than an Eidolon. However, Robin E1 kind of dumb. Like it's really, really good. So I don't know. Yeah. I just don't think I have a need for Sparkle. Actually, I don't have a need. Well, okay. That might change with Saber. Maybe Saber wants like Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll know when she comes out. But if she ends up needing Sunday, then I'll go ahead and get Saber, which she probably will because she's a crit damage DPS, which is going to suck. I don't have a pulse to get Sunday and his Lycone, assuming I get Saber and her Lycone at pity. So that would not be fun. But Fine on team? I still need a Fine on team? I thought you, Xavier, I thought you said you wanted to use her to cast your teams. I mean, obviously you want to play all the characters you have. But, I mean, I can give you a Phanon team if you'd like. I just don't remember. I would just try and use characters that aren't on your other 2 teams so there's no overlap, so you can use them if you want. But that'd be a little difficult. Well, I mean, the supports are relatively easy. If you're not using Castrus, Yoink Tribby. If you're not using her to Yoink that support, that one's not too hard. It's the other ones that are a problem. She does because her ult chain gets charged based on teammates' ult, and Sunday gives her normal energy. That's why I pulled Sunday. I don't want to do that. No, don't tell me that. No, I've avoided the support for so long. I actually haven't actively avoided doing the quests or getting support characters. I just kind of haven't needed one since Robin came out. Oh hey, Septon story completed? You betcha. I am kind of going back through. Well, mainly I'm just kind of talking to chat because we're all really excited. But I'm just going back through and I'm kind of chunking away at some of these side quests after I do a few more of these, I'm gonna go back to a limited time event that I wasn't able to complete because I joined late, I guess. So yeah, this is basically just a cleanup because, I mean, as the title suggests,
Fine.
I want
Comes with the
Astric.
job, I guess.
I don't even know how I think I'm close to halfway to my completion. Please let me fly. Is there a new event in Wuba? No. I didn't know. Not yet. Well, I mean, there's the Lolo campaign, so there's that. But yeah, like that's done. If you haven't done Virtual Crisis, then you could do Virtual Crisis. But the only new one's Lolo. The event I'm talking about is one that, bro, come on, let me fly. The one that I'm talking about is one that was going on, and I either just didn't do it or I wasn't around for it. So it's in like the permanent events tab for me, if that makes any sense. There we go. I can fly now.
Comes with the job.
I already got the title. Good. Yeah. So I guess, Chad, if I end up getting Saber early and the Lycone, I'll pull for Sunday. Because does anyone in chat know if the banners, well, if we'll just have like 3 active banners, we'll have Finon, Saber / Archer, and then the 3-piece selector, or is one of those going away when Saber comes out? I would assume that they all stay. Virtual Crisis is just like 0 permanent event except them all. Yeah, the Zone permanent event was actually really fun. I did really enjoy doing that one. All will stay? Yes. So there is a chance I will get Sunday. I think they all stay. That's good. That's gonna be a little crowded, but that's good. I like that. But yeah, so hey Near, how you doing? It's good to see you. It's been a minute. How's the account looking? Well, even I need more Astrites for the next character. Who's coming after Lupa? So dude, hello, how you doing today? It's good to see ya. 16 pulls saved. Did you pull for Lupa? Oh, for Lupa. Yeah, that makes sense. So chat, I'm very proud of I did something, actually we did something, that I'm very happy with. So we convinced a friend of mine to give Wuthering Waves another shot. I am so happy. I am so happy. So, big epic. I got some of the Wuthering Waves. I've filled my quota of everyone has to get some of the Wuthering Waves once. So, they're willing to give it another shot. I'm really happy. So what do I do now? I gotta go here. One of us. Yeah, right. But it is a good game, and Kuro cares about its community a lot, so. You convinced me so much. I got 2 people! Let's go! I mean, you did get Lupa? Very nice. So I'm assuming you have Brant and Chengli then, or are you running a different team? So, Shai, did you not play Wuthering Waves before my streams? Or did you get back into it, I would say, because I think you started and you quit. I can't convince my friends to play WoW or any game like that. See, what you do is you be overly enthusiastic. What you do is you start a YouTube and Twitch channel and start making videos on it so you get really knowledgeable, and then you become overly enthusiastic about it and then infect their brain over the course of a year. Just tell them to complete 1.0 story quest as things get better after that. Yeah, I mean 1.3 is really good. Really good. And as someone who started, like when I started, I wasn't actually like upset with the 1.0 story. I thought it was really good. Yeah. So I thought the 1.0 story was really good. There was a huge jump in like, wow, this is really good when 1.3 happened, and then after that was just like balls to the wall. They're gonna keep going. So yeah. You played on launch and then stopped? Well, I'm glad you gave it another shot, and I hope you're enjoying it, Chai. All jokes aside, if you do like the game, it's super awesome, but games are meant to be fun, so if you don't enjoy playing it, don't feel the need to force yourself. I have all characters except Siasona. That's a, how do you do that? Nier, aren't you a free to play? How do you do that? I also am playing since launch. I mean, that probably explains how you have so many more characters, but like, you just get lucky. I'm not even a whale. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I don't think I've ever had a whale come into my chat. All luck, right? Um, get to start off with Pokemon TCG or Epic 7, and then get the... That's true. That's true. I've been playing since Camilla release. Right, so yeah, we have a few OGs in chat. I know you were saying to experience the story, but I want to do the combat more. Yeah, like, play the game how you wish to play it. Wuthering Wave has a very tight and very, very good combat system, so if you don't care about the story at all, like, that's fine. I would just, implore you to try it once. Like, give it a shot, because it is really good. But if you don't want to, that's not why you downloaded the game, then there's no reason to, like, sit through the story. I would understand. I've been told I'm approaching whale territory if I spend any more money. You better calm down there, bud. I mean, maybe. I don't know how much. I don't know what's considered a whale. Does anyone in chat have a definitive number of what's considered a whale? When I got back on HSR, I'm gonna get some more Simulated Universe. I know, right? Y'all spend money. I am free to play on all the games, on all the gacha games that you all have seen me play. I am free to play. But some people do, and that's fine. If it Whale is a C6 R5 character. That's a jump. So I guess everything else is a dolphin then, yeah? Like, I got a cartwheel and 50 pulls after I lost 50-50 to Ling Yang at 40. I mean, losing 50-50 at 40 pulls is pretty... If you have to lose 50-50, that's pretty nice. And then you got Carthia's weapon at 10 pull. That's crazy. Talking Genshin logic, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. I've only been playing HSR for 6 months and I spent like $300. I don't think that's that bad. I think as long as you're able to spend responsibly, and that's like disposable income, then I don't see a problem with spending money on the games that you enjoy, because I mean that's what you enjoy doing. So, I mean that's fine. Actually, I have a friend who has a very, very good take on spending money on like games, like on things like gacha games, and this was back when him and I both played Genshin a lot, because it was newer. It's called disposable income for a reason, right? So, and my friend said this, and it stuck with me ever since. He said that if I'm playing a free to play game, and there's something in the game to spend money on, like a gacha game, you can get characters. If I enjoy the game enough to have spent $60 to play it like an actual like release game, I don't mind spending $60 in game to get a character. He said it more elegantly than what I did, but that stuck with me, and that's made a lot of sense. Like, I would pay $60 to play Wuthering Waves, and it'd be like a air quote conventional release game. So I think that was just I really like that saying. I remember getting Changli in 1 pull after losing 50-50 to Encore and getting her weapon in 10 pull. That's crazy. Yeah, I could never. I can't get lucky, but not like that. My first $90 was on Robin, so I think that's fair. Robins are really good. You probably made your money back with how much versatility you're gonna get from her, especially if you go for E1. Would have gotten Changli skin, but no special effects. That's fair. So did the spend. Yeah, that's fair. I left on Camilla release, then came back for Zani based. Got Zani and Phoebe and stayed. That's based. Yeah. I remember back in my day. I remember one of the reasons I got into Wuthering Waves is because my chat had kept asking me to try it, and I always try to take into consideration what my chat would like me to do and what they want to see me play. And then someone in chat told me to look at Zani, and I was like, well, I'm sold because I'm playing Wuthering Waves now. And I don't regret it, because Wuthering Waves is an absolutely fantastic video game. It's really, really good. I always go to Hard Pity. So I remember back when I played Genshin Impact, like a lot, I was so upset that I couldn't get a character. I can't remember the name, but I didn't get a character that I really, really wanted. And so I was like, you know what? This is cringe. I am only going to summon when I get guarantee. And that was back when the weapon system really, really sucked, so it was just not worth pulling on if you weren't a whale. Uh, so I just only pulled for characters, and I only pulled on weapons or on characters that I had guarantee for. And then when I went to HSR, that rule stayed, but then it also enveloped the weapon because it had a pity system. Uh, so that's the lore behind me only pulling when I have guarantee. Next up is Shorekeeper. You need Shorekeeper. So I don't know about Cardathea. I do need Shorekeeper because that will finish my Zani team. It'll put a nice little ribbon on it. Because both are very close to Rover. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. Um, that's a good point. But yeah, I don't know who my third DPS is going to be. At the moment, I would like it to be Cardathea. But by the time it takes me to get Jinchi and Shorekeeper, there's probably going to be a third DPS out there that I might like more than Cardathea. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm not even going to think about my third DPS team yet. Yeah, that looks sick. Played on release, stop, came back for Camilla, lost a 50-50 stop, came back for Christian, full stop, nap. I see a trend coming on, Bromia. Did you do the... I did. I think there's 3 of the Assassin's Creed jumps scattered throughout the place. I've done 2 of them. Oh yeah, since you played Septima, Cartwheel is going to... Yeah, I know. She's part of Black Shores now. It's super... I'm so excited to see that happen. I actually want to see Cartwheel now you have me saying Cartwheel. I want to see Cardathea interact with Shorekeeper. Just because I think it'd be hilarious. Like, their 2 personalities would go well together, but it would be hilarious to try and see them get along. 2 waifus together, pretty much. Yay, I got a bubble. Lame, 1 pulse for the wind. Nah. Only temples. Only temples. Do we know if the next character is a DPS? I have no, like, good DPS. For Wuthering Waves, I'm assuming you're asking, Shy. No, I'm not taking the wing ray. I'm gonna do this. No idea. Just YOLO. Yeah, I actually need a DPS in HSR. I got you. I know that there are some new DPSs coming out with Wuthering Waves, and one of them I am very interested in, although I will not be getting. Let's see. Because obviously Lupa, then you have Frolova. I don't think we know anything outside of past Frolova. So, as of right now, there's not, like, a DPS, like, on the horizon. But yeah, Frolova, from my understanding, is going to be a support, which is not confirmed. That's just a speculation. So, maybe after Frolova we'll get some more confirmations. But, yeah. You know my style. Just pull on every banner and then just get the character. I don't think Shorekeeper would work well for my Cardathea team, considering she works on Arrow. Yeah, I don't think so. Your best bet's probably Arrow Rover for now until they come out with an Arrow, like, other variation of what Arrow Rover does. Because he is, from my understanding, a pretty decent healer as well. That also looks sick. I love dragons. Dragons are so cool, chat. I like dragons. So this is actually a good way to get all these quests done. We've already knocked out 4 quests. And I've only been streaming for 30 minutes. Eventually I'll go back to the limited time event, but right now I'm on a roll. I do want to max out the bubble before I do anything else because I will forget it exists, and that's a hefty amount of Astrites that I will be leaving on my account. Please, just let me fly. Thank you. This game hates me.
Perfect wind to glide.
I would have gotten for Lupa if I didn't go into my Cardathia route. That's fair. I mean, that's a good route to go into. Because, like, she's strong and solid and a good character. New characters coming out for Lova, Chisa, and Augusta, and Iona. Yeah. Like, we know their names, but I don't know if we know what they are. Like, right near, do we know what they
Come see
are,
the job,
or
I
just their
guess.
names?
All yours.
Because there's a character in the game that looks, that's coming, I guess. That looks a lot like Akame ga Kill from
Sentinel
Akame ga Kill.
Together we
So,
stand.
you know, that just looks really cool. I would like to see what she does. Again, won't be able to pull for her no matter what she is, because I have my pulling plan and I'm going to stick to it. But you see Augusta. Yeah, Augusta's the redhead, and then Iona's the person behind her. So yeah. I look at Lupa, but I don't have enough for her signature, and I have literally no characters for her. That's fair. She is probably. I think that the name sounds familiar, so that's probably what it is. Yeah. Just Google. I would do that, but I'm reading a very important text from this quest that I'm not paying attention to. But no, I can in a moment. I am somewhat paying attention to the story quest because it is important. There we go. We get a photograph. Yeah, Wuthering Waves looks so sick. Like, it's just a gorgeous game. Galbrena will be a pistol character. Sweet. Okay, let me... Yeah, so Chisa is the Akame ga Kill character. I didn't consider Siasona as a pistol character because she uses her mic. Right, that was a little weird, but I mean, not everyone can be Astrid, yeah, but that's fine. I mean, then again, Astrid, yeah, shoots like lasers out of her staff, so that's a little unique, and that's only in the hollows. So when I first played, I did know casters to DPS. So I accidentally got one of the best characters in the game. The same happened for every other gacha game. In Genshin, I got Farina, and CCC, I got Miyabi, and in Wupa, I got... Yeah, Miyabi's... You're killing on Endless. You have no problem. Even if they resist ice, Miyabi doesn't care. I love just not caring about resistances on the team that I play with Miyabi. It's because it doesn't matter. I do really like... I did get Astra Yao recently. I say recently, a minute ago. And she's so much stronger than the 4-star supports. It's so sad. Miyabi or Yishuan, both are cracked. They're both very strong. They're both incredibly... Miyabi is fine, but Bernice is best girl. I disagree, respectfully. Although, I do really like Bernice. He's very fun. First 5-star characters? Right. My first 5-star characters? My first 5-star character ever was Raiden Shogun. Then it was Kafka. Then Miyabi, and then Zani. So those are my first 5-star characters across the gacha games. I got Yishwen full team. Yishwen, Fufu, and Panda Yinhu. Very, very nice. Yeah, I need to build the Panda. Well, actually, I think Astra Yao gives more buffs than the Panda. So right now I'm fine. Until Astra gets split between like 18 bajillion teams. Although we are getting a new support character, so maybe that'll lighten the load on Astra, because for finally getting another like S-rank support. Where does this quest exist? Where does it want me to go? So I go to the harbor, I guess? I don't know where else I would go. My first 5-star character? My first actual 5-star was Diluc. Yeah, I mean, Diluc's better than some of the pity characters you could have gotten. But that's kind of copium. So yeah, that is unfortunate. Astra's the shorekeeper on CCZ. Yeah, pretty much. Well, right now she's the only support character, the only S-rank support for the rest of this patch, of course. So that'll change in a minute. I actually don't know. I haven't heard anything about the record, so I don't actually know if she's gonna be better or worse than Astra. But it will be nice to have some options, because right now every team in the world wants to have Astra, and it's just not feasible. Especially when you do Deadly Assault and you have to have 3 different teams. That's not fun. Yeah, I didn't know 50-50 was a thing at the time. Yeah. So actually, when I had a friend who got me into Genshin Impact, like years and years ago, and that little rat told me that it's not worth pulling on premium characters, that you should pull on standard instead. And I was new to gacha games, so I had absolutely no idea what was going on. So I believed him, and so for the next like patch and a half, I pulled all of my primos into standard. And I didn't even get Diluc, because, like, obviously now Diluc doesn't hold up, but at the time, Diluc would have been pretty solid. I got Chi-Chi. So it's like, it was bad. So it was not fun. I did not have a good teacher. I got Diluc when he got power cut by Hu Tao. Hu Tao's insane. Luckily, I was able to get Hu Tao on the Staff of Homeless without breaking bank. Right? I did get trolled Bromium, and luckily it didn't take me too long to figure out that he was full of crap. But, I never got Mona. Mona's actually pretty good. I do not... Okay, well, obviously you never want to lose the 50-50, but if I end up losing the 50-50 to Mona, then that's fine. Because it's like, I know that they added another character to the 50-50. I think it's a Win character, I think. I don't have her yet, but I think out of all the pity characters in Genshin, Mona's the only one that's actually usable anymore. Like, well, all of them are usable, but viable. I could be wrong, because I don't play Genshin anymore, so I'm gonna put my hands up. I don't know if that's true or not. I never... Bro, that's crazy. I'm not reading that out loud. So I got quite lucky getting Farina. I don't even know what my pity was on the banner was. Right. Me and my C5 Chi-Chi. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Alright, last one, gamers. And then we're... And then I'm probably gonna... Oh, hi. Then I'm probably gonna go back to doing the limited time quest to see if I can actually... I don't know how long it'll take. I don't think it's gonna take that long. It might take up, like, maybe an hour and a half. Maybe. Oh, that's diabolical. I'm teleporting all the way there. I'm not flying that far. I do not know what NTE is, but that's good. Guaranteed drop on pity. That's huge, actually. That's really nice. If the game blows up enough, maybe that'll impact the other gacha games. I don't think, like, Hoyo will ever do Everness to net. Oh, gotcha. Thank you. I don't know if Hoyo... I don't think Hoyo would ever do that. But I could maybe see Wuthering Waves doing that. I don't know, because it's just weird, because if you have pity characters, it, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's just a little weird, because then how are you going to get pity characters? But there is no pity Ew. I don't like that. I would rather have the, this may be the minority, and it probably is. I would rather have the 50-50 but pity carryover than have no pity but no, but you just get the character. That's just me. Then again, I'm also really selective with who I summon for, so I tend to skip 5 banners in a row, so that's unnatural to me. So yeah, so you have to end up saving 89, or you can get lucky. Do I plan on playing Everness to Everness? I can if you all want me to. Like I said, I always try to keep in mind what you all want me to try. Is it out yet? Because if it's not out yet, I can do like a launch stream. Like when it comes out, I can stream that when it comes out. And then we can decide after if you all want to keep saying it. Hello, Frog. How you doing today? It's good to see you. Yeah, I've heard about that game a few times. Isn't that the? Isn't it supposed to be like the GTA one? Yeah. From Hoda. Do we have a release date for it? Or is it already out? Yeah, I don't think it's out yet. But yeah, if you all want me to see it when it comes out, I can definitely stream it live. Yeah, because it's only in beta right now. There have been some beta streams. I believe getting guaranteed pity with no character is better. If you get the character early, you can just save. Yeah, but realistically, how often are you actually? I know you're lucky, Nier, but most people do not get a character lucky. So get a character early, so it's like most of the time, most people are going to have to go to pity every single time. And if you're good about saving, then that's completely reasonable. I think at the end of the day, that would be better. But some people just don't like saving, and then they just chuck as soon as they get a single pull. So I think it would be better for those people to have the pity system. Therefore, they will eventually get a 5-star. Or they end up learning how to save, which so maybe they don't want to, and that's fine. Okay. I want my Lupa. I hope you get your Lupa. Lupa's really fun. I like I said, I don't have her, and I'm not going to get her, but she looks really fun, and I really liked her story. Most people go to pity, or at least soft pity. At least the game will be teaching people to save. Will it be teaching them to save, or will they just go to the games that let them gamble more? I mean, I thought we don't have a release date yet. I thought they at least estimated by the end of the year, either late 2020. Yeah, I didn't think it was close to coming out, but yeah, if you want to see it, I can definitely play it for you guys. Yeah, I don't know if people would, because it has to break into the market with games like Wuthering Waves and Honkai Star Rail, which are 2 massive games, and then Zenless is like just a really nice cozy one that you can play. But yeah, so I'm sure that it's like, from my understanding of what it is, it's different enough to be unique, so it'll succeed as long as it's good. But will it actually be able to hold its own to Wuthering Waves and HSRs up to the gaming? Because like I don't know, there have been some people that come into my chat and they're like, oh yeah, I have 6 accounts and I always pull every time I get a single or Stellar Jade, and I have all these different characters across all these accounts, and it's like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's completely fine. But if the pity system does not exist, like it carries over, I don't think those kinds of people would be playing that game. Because if I save for 160-180 pulls, did you get 1 guaranteed character? You're technically saving pulls with guaranteed character growth. I don't understand what that's supposed I'm probably reading it wrong, but that just like the. I mean, yeah. So okay, I understand. I understand. Also, NTE is more like gotcha. Yeah, I know it's more like a gotcha GTA. Uh, I know the game will have a bunch of
Alright.
RPG management
Where
aspects,
are
but I
we
hope
off
the
to
in-game
next?
combat-oriented stuff is good. I have hopes for it. Like, it looks good. I haven't like dived my nose into it too much, but from what I have seen, it does look good. The graphics at least look fantastic. But yeah, I mean, like, sure, yeah, but you're also assuming everyone that plays the game is gonna want to save. Uh, like I said, I don't know if it's a minority or majority. I don't know for certain, but there is a player base that just spends the summons as soon as they get it. So it's like I just don't know if those players are going to like playing the games that don't eventually give them a 5-star because they will just keep accruing pity that way. But I mean that's just something that we'll see when it comes out. Anyways, Kuro's next game is going to be an MMORPG. That'll be really interesting. Let's see how they right. Balancing an MMO is really hard. All right.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth the Order is desperate to...
Okay. So then I guess I have to reselect these. Need to open all the options. So I've opened them. Why is it not golden? Because I don't like. Is it just because they're side stories? Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So I picked this one, so I need to pick these two, I guess.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth...
Then if I do this one again, and I pick the first one.
Imagination knows no bounds, if left unchecked.
Nope.
Such incidents...
Hmm. Choose the second option at the start.
This is
Okay.
a realm created from melodies. Music... no.
They burn.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first. No one knew exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So they feel, yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons.
So the second option,
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift.
and it gave me that. Okay. I do not know. I mean, if this is just like a whole bunch of talking, I'm probably not gonna stream it. I'll do it on my own time, and then at that point, if I can't get it to do what I want it to do, I just look up a guide. I'm not opposed to doing things like that, so I'll just look up a guide for it later, and I'll do that then. That way, it doesn't slow down stream. Which means we get to chug away more of these. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do all of them.
Efficiency above all.
It'd be cool if I could complete all the world quests, or like side quests they're called. But I have a lot. I also don't think I have even half of them like discovered so that I can actually do them. Like I have to actively find them and then accept them. Interesting. Probably not. Okay, so it's not gonna make me actively go find it good, because I probably don't have this. Interesting. This game really likes its pictures. Like, it really likes taking pictures. Oh, I'm going to the Evanonium. How do regular people just get here? Like, I would think getting to the Evanonium would be a little difficult. Hmm? Oh, yeah, yeah. In order to unlock the second part, I do have to do that. But if the event's just a whole bunch of talking, um, I don't think that would be a very good streaming experience, because I wouldn't be talking because the game would be talking, but it's a story. Um, so that's just something that I can do on my own time, and that way I can listen to it and not have to worry about um, not being entertaining. It's talking and fighting. How much fighting?
Hmm.
50% fighting. Okay.
Efficiency above all.
Well, then I'll go unlock it at least.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
Go away. I'm not fighting you. Go. I'm not fighting you. So that if that's the case, then yeah, after this quest is over with, I'll go back and I'll unlock the next portion. Are you gonna calm down now? Nope. No. Just teleport. I already on it. There we go. I'll agree. I'll agree with that, Near, yeah. Are you just playing as Cardathea and walking around? Is that what's going on? I I would like to be able to choose if we could just play as the bigger or smaller version, and then obviously when you get into combat, it will reset you to the default state, which is the smaller version. But I also understand why they don't do that, because Big Cardathea is, like, huge, and it would be a little clunky to actively walk around as her for too long. Well, I mean, you can switch, but from my understanding, you just have to use her ult all the time, right? Or no? Because again, I don't have her, so what I've been told is that you have to use her ult to switch into the beak form. Unless I was lied to. And boop. What? Oh, they just teleport. I was expecting them to walk past me. Nope. Who would possibly lie to me? I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, you use her ult once, then you just keep switching between them until you use big ult. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, at the end of the day, you still have to use the ult. Them swapping off my gliding is gonna get me killed. Are you sure I can't just fly there? It's flying gonna be so much faster. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But her ult recharges fast though. I mean, yeah, like I understand it's not that, like, again, I don't have her, so at the end of the day, it doesn't ultimately, like, it's not gonna affect me at all. Uh, but I also like it'd be like, yeah, sure, I can use Zani's ult to make her change her appearance, and she gets her ult relatively quickly, but I still have to farm her ult if I want her to appear that way. And it's only, I mean, it's specifically for Zani, it's only not even a minute, I think. But luckily, I really like Zani's design outside of Raw as well, so it doesn't matter. I've made coffer. Item obtained, coffer. I just did. Not stay for a long time. Yeah, exactly. It does not. It wants me to stand up a little bit. Part result stays almost indefinitely. Almost. I mean, like I said, it ultimately doesn't matter what I think because I don't have her, so even if they do change it, it still won't affect, because, like, I think it'd be cool for the people who do have her, but, again, I don't, so... Yeah. She does, however, have one of my favorite ults in the game. Like, I love her big Cardathea ult. It's so satisfying. That's a lot of enemies.
I don't have all day.
What is going on in my YouTube chat?
Reduced to dust.
Can't find this exploding ore thing. What? Oh, you mean the, like, boom crystals that you use to destroy specific lumps of rock? To be died proof to do so. No, he noticed a scatter. I know, right? The Eye of Sauron has looked at your direction.
Efficiency above all.
That's crazy. What in the... Huh? What is this? They're doing that for me quest and it wants me to activate the fire crest, but there's a bubble around it. The sensor helps a lot, actually. If you haven't used the sensor yet, try and use that. Like, this is weird. Feels like I'm playing like the Mario levels after you beat Bowser and you get to the Star Worlds. This is what it feels like. Except very different Italian.
Perfect wind of
Ah, what? 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 Huh? That's cringe. That's cringe.
efficiency above all.
Imagine a game where they expect you to clip out of bounds. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, depending on how blatantly obvious it is, it could be frustrating, but that'd be pretty cool. Why did you jump? My grapple did not want to attach to the stingray, which sounds really weird out of context. But it just didn't give me the prompt. Also because I'm bad. There you go. Yeah, now it gives me the prompt. Don't do that. You know what? You're right. I'll try not to. I'll try not to next time. Blah, blah, blah. Words are never my strong suit. And the camera zoomed out. Thank you. Please give me thank you. I was so scared it wouldn't give me the prompt until I was already on the ground.
Efficiency above all.
Yeah, this is really weird. I hate this game so much. They just don't know how you equip out of bounds, but gamers will... Oh yeah, no, I mean, that's basically speedrunning, right? Depending on the game, that's speedrunning. Reach the finish line? I am never going to reach the finish line at this rate. Bro. Stop doing that. Can I use charge attacks? Hold on. No, I can't. Because Phoebe's charge attack actually lets her fly for a little bit. I could just cheat everything, but it won't let me. I bet someone will figure it out within a day. Oh, less than that. Especially if the game's popular and has a lot of players. Less time than that, I guarantee you.
Perfect wind to glide.
I'm just gonna stop attempting to play it how it's supposed to, or like how the grapple's supposed to work, and I'm just gonna stand there until it gives me the prompt. But yeah, I mean, like, if you've ever seen any like Doom Eternal speedruns, it's all clipping out of bounds. Like, that's mostly what it is, and you complete... I don't know how long of a game Doom Eternal is. Like, it's like a 10-hour game in, like, an hour or something like that, because you're just deloading and unloading chunks by clipping in and out of the, like, capital area. It's really cool if you can handle watching a Doom game. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna go watch one, right? I think another famous one is FNAF Security Breach. That one consists of a lot of, especially before they updated the game. It's something, all right. I did all that just to come here when I could just flown here. Okay, cool. It's like commanding me to. What do you mean this function's unavailable? Why, bro? Set me up. There we go. I mean, yes, I will give it to that. This looks gorgeous. The music is best here. The music is very good. I don't think I've ever had a Wuwa soundtrack that I just kind of don't care for. I like Avanos, even Shorekeeper, like Shorekeeper's little area, because like, and I'm gonna be honest, that's the best one. Symptomont sounds like sad Roman bygone era. I mean, according to the story, it kind of was a bygone era for quite a while. Okay, I'm assuming this is a continuation. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So we'll go back and we'll continue this then. Your summer will never wither. There we go. I have to do these two things, but I'll probably do that off camera because, like, I don't think anyone wants to see me ramming my head into the TCG, losing until I win. Well, Septimon didn't get destroyed though.
Perfect win.
You want a TCG hack? I mean, sure, I could use one. Because I have to beat like Brant and like the really high tiered ones. And I had been using the default one for the entire game. But yeah.
Have you found her yet? No.
But sure, I'll take a TCG hack if it allows me to beat Brant and them really easy. Yeah, sure. I just had a video named "Can you beat Mario Kart without the road?"
She's not here either.
What?
Greetings, brother and sister.
Which Mario Kart? Because if it's Mario Kart Worlds, I can understand that. Other ones, I have no idea. Unless it's like, we're playing Moo Moo Meadows, and there's not an actual road. It's just dirt.
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
It's a monkey bill with Havoc and Arrow characters. Interesting.
We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing.
It's just that Mario Kart. That's pretty smart. The title maker.
We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek.
I think I know what deck you're talking about. Isn't it like the default Havoc Warrior and you just infinitely stack onto him until he has like 30 strength and then you win?
Can you tell your...
The teacher says it's
You modulate, yeah, so you just stack it. You just keep going.
Says the hymn was written by a bunch of...
Yep.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Okay. So let's see. Yep. Yep, there we go. I found it. I found the deck you're talking about.
Time to get
Yep,
back
there
to
it is.
work.
So you give characters using more characters to modulate, right? Imagine how characters trading would go on gacha games. The only limit being you can trade a specific rank like AR-45 or something. I mean, I might be crazy in this, but if we were to have like gacha trading, that would essentially just be the game version of NFTs, no? Like that's basically what that is. Because it'd be like, oh hey, I have this C6 Hu Tao. Does anyone want it for X amount? And it's like,
Beautiful voice, isn't it?
that's basically what it would be. Or what it would be similar. Gacha trading would involve black markets. Yeah, I mean technically it does already exist where you like make accounts, you get characters on them by just re-rolling, and then you sell the email that has the account. But licensed,
Don't be scared.
there would be actual. Oh yeah, no, without a doubt, there would be actual money involved, like there is now. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know how popular it is, but I'm sure people do that. Like, they create an account in a very popular game when a new banner drops, They re-roll the account until they get the character, and then they sell the account for X amount of money, and you can start the game with that character. So it would just be the legal version of that, because you're not allowed to do that against the TOS. It is pretty popular. I figured it would have been, but I don't seek that out because I don't do it.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
It is pretty popular. I bet my account would get me like $1,000. I would go more than that. If you're talking about your Wuthering Waves account, it would get so much more than that.
The same lyrics and do the same rehearsals.
So this person is doing the wire card check. Interesting.
What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets. Myron and the others.
It's been so long since I played the Wii version.
They're always eager to sing praises
Okay,
to the
10K,
sentinel
20K.
on stage.
That sounds more applicable. Yeah, because you have to keep in mind, because like because you can actually do the math to know how much like air quote money's on your account
But now their dreams are all dashed
by
because
taking
I don't like this
how much it costs to get a character, assuming you lose 50-50 and you have to go to pity twice. So how many pulls is that? Change that to the monetary currency that you have to spend money on, so the 100 bundles. And then just do that for every 5-star character, and then every 5-star weapon. Although you don't add the 50-50 because there's no 50-50 in Wuthering Waves. So you just add the 90-50 to the weapon. And then bonus points if you have limited weapons that don't come back. Like I know Genshin has a lot of weapons that if you don't play during the event, you don't get the weapon period. Those weapons are really helpful because they can be used on a lot of characters. Some of those weapons are actually the best in slot for some 5-star characters. So that would help drive up the account value as well. Now, is it realistic to ever sell an account for that much? No. But it is kind of funny to think about.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Well, I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling.
People pay
Let's
top dollar
rehearse
for a
again.
good account.
You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
No.
I mean, I guess. I don't know what that would. I don't know what top dollar would be because I don't actively seek that stuff out because I just play the game. I like the game. I don't think about selling accounts like that. There are some crazy gacha. Oh yeah, there are some. Yes. Chacon is awesome. I love Siasona. Wuba has some of the best, like, character teams. Like, all their characters look amazing. They have great personality. They feel alive. And they're all unique. It's awesome. Okay, there we go, chat.
A cathedral. That's the choir on stage.
On the surface, yes. Simply knowing the order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
Do that.
It sounds like a song.
Degenerates! This is madness!
Then
What a mess.
does it give me another option? It gives me only one option.
Strange.
Afternoon tea. There. I understand. Look at this. This book says, Miss, this study is a secret. You must never...
I mean, 20k USD would be someone's yearly salary. Unfortunately,
Oh, what splendid
that's
singing!
I don't know.
Eraser did wonderfully. Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity.
Yes. A hymn isn't just
But yeah.
what may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal.
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird to me Because it's like you could,
I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular
instead of spending money on
performance
buying
in
an
the
account,
ceremony.
a yearly salary. Oh, gotcha. But spending money to buy an account gives you less value than assuming that the account's like relatively expensive. But again, I don't know what that would be. I don't know. So assuming you take the money that you would spend to just guarantee one 5-star, and pulling for that 5-star will give you 4 stars in weapons and resources. So you're actually losing out on a lot by paying for a character rather than paying to just get the character in an account that you make.
Let's go.
True, but they're crazies. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I'm happy with my account. I'd rather just use the same money. Yeah, exactly. You just use the money for the pulls, so you get more 4-stars, which are usually pretty good. I know Wuthering Waves has some fantastic 4-stars, and then just also
Perfect wind to glide.
like I don't.
Efficiency above all.
It's a little strange. Should I go speedrun Sonic Unreleased or Sonic Adventure? I must admit I'm not a very big Sonic knower. I do not know much about Sonic. But Sonic Adventures at least sounds familiar, so I guess that one.
Banished and forever stripped of the right to sing for the Sentinel and the Order. That much is...
Yeah, I don't know why this is saying completed, because unless there's like a whole different section after this, because I don't know why these aren't finishing, because I don't know. Okay, so there is a lot more. I have to complete this, then I get these. Okay, gotcha. I have to complete all 4 parts, right, okay. And it's kind of time gated. A little bit. Right. I'll do the... I'm looking at the decks. I'll go ahead and I'll just do the decks off camera. That way I can... If I fail, it doesn't matter. Rerun Sonic Boom, but any glitch feed to be starting. You'll never get through the cave. Are you including Flack as well as a crazy statement? Yeah, no. I'd rather have my account and build it from the ground up. Yoink.
This should be where their old encampment stood.
Why not? You're never getting through the glitches anyway.
Instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory
Right,
of a melody. Let's try searching the area
Having
first.
considered that's crazy. I was really hoping I'd get to be the honored one for a moment, but it is not happening. Give me that. No burp for you. Wait, Shai, how did you find that? How did you find that? Is it just on the internet? I mean, it's on the internet somewhere. It has to be.
We should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
Find what? The Lupa account that he talked about, that he mentioned. That figures. It's on a... and a fire on it.
Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking.
Yeah.
What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies.
That's crazy.
It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us. Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Interesting.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a full Sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve...
This guy's correct. He's just a little too early.
The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so... the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well.
Okay.
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avon?
I mean,
So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering. Even under interrogation, they held their
yeah,
silence.
do we know if the next
It wasn't
update's
until
going to
the
be an
Knights'
expansion to
stories
Raguna,
made
or if it's
their
going to
way
be a new
before
area?
that they chose to become Knights of Raguna. Resentment and curses are not songs of the
Well, I mean, like, the
Master.
next update's probably going to...
As for
Like, we're going to be in
Julius Dryand,
Septimont
we still
for
have
a-
no
for a
direct
minute.
proof linking him to the
Or at
Order.
least it feels like
We
it.
must
But
confront his lies and put an end
is
to these
Septimont going to get an
damnable
expansion, or are we just kind of... We don't know yet.
sins. What's the
Gotcha.
truth of the
I
golden
figured.
earth and
Because
material
I
things
actually...
revealed?
Before Septimont came out, I was like, okay, it feels like Raguna's, like, wrapped up. It's done.
Is now
Because of
right
the
time?
Sentinel, but then they added Septimont. So I don't know. Because I feel like they're in a good spot. They could end Raguna's story whenever they wished to, and that would make sense. It would feel
The will of
complete.
the people is
Uh,
strong. This mastermind
But
is so
they might
sure.
also just
The
pull a
lies about the
Penacony and
Sentinel go
like have
undiscovered.
Penacony end in like
No one
8
will
different
easily
spots,
believe
and
the
then it's like,
truth.
oh well, actually, there's this to do now. And it
Truth
always just made
exists to
sense.
be uncovered. All we need is
I've
to
already
plant the
reset about
seeds of doubt
15
in
times
people's
on the
hearts
on the
and
title
let them
screen. That's
take root.
Yes.
insane.
Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
No, I mean, obviously they set up Frontello. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The mask book guy, but they could also just set him up to appear later on in a different area.
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Chacona.
Conan. You feel like a drag towards Penacony? Did you... I mean, did you... I'm assuming you played, like, it all at one time, right?
Oh, Miss
Or
Chacona's
no?
a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about
Like,
what
'cause
actually
I think-
happened. It's driving
Because
me
I don't
nuts.
remember it being a drag, but because I was playing it as it came out, I had a month and maybe 2 months in between the air quote ending of Penacony to play more Penacony. So that might have helped with me not feeling like that. But it did seem like they could have ended Penacony like 8 different times, and then they just added more to it, which wasn't a bad thing. It didn't seem like it.
Rover?
But if you had to, yeah, if you played it all at once, I can kind of understand where you would be coming from.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail. If you wish to hear their true voices
yeah.
once more, as the
I mean,
fire
did you
filled the
like...
ship's cabins,
What
they
part did you get
penned
to
their
that it
last
started to feel like a
poems
drag?
beneath
Was
the
it
pillars.
after the Sunday fight?
Charade.
If you've done that yet?
It was carefully crafted tomorrow.
Penacony
At
was
the
fun?
Odyssey
Yeah, I
Opera
think
House,
Penacony... I mean,
I will
people call it Pete Coney for a reason, because it was ridiculous.
This tar... this is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Loria, is this all real?
You fight Sunday?
What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something?
After the first... Gotcha. Okay.
The poets
Okay.
of the
That gives me a
Golden Anthem,
perspective
they
of where you work. Gotcha. Okay. You fight Sunday? No! Something happens with Sunday. I mean, that kind of makes sense, because he goes from his model to playable character, so like something happens with
everyone's
Sunday.
curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
I always thought it was weird that they made him playable.
Exactly.
I mean,
Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the
everyone was
games.
really happy when it happened. And now he's one of the game's strongest,
If memory serves,
supports. So
official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the
sure,
Order.
because he's so strong, right?
I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave.
I even gotten happy if you put. I mean, I didn't mean to spoil it, but the story's been out for over a year. But again, I didn't mean to. I completely forgot that you haven't played that part. That's my bad.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I
Playable
wrote
character?
in my youth.
No. Just play it, Xavier. It'll make so much more sense when you get there.
A group of birds locked inside
So yeah,
a cage.
I would recommend just
Convinced
playing it.
they will never
It's
fly,
really worth
they
it.
do
It's
nothing
really
but
good.
stand on a perch.
Well, that was a yeah. I mean, technically, we fight Kafka, and actually, we get to play as Kafka before we fight Kafka because she came out when Belobog was a thing. When we were still in Belobog in the story.
cage door
So
opened.
that is true.
Young birds flapped their fragile wings.
I know
and
what happened.
tried to
Well,
fly, but many consider their
again,
fate a tragic
I
one.
mean,
What say you?
well, now I don't want to say anything about it, Xavier, because I don't want to spoil it for you. So, like, what do you want me to do?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss.
I mean, technically, S4 with Clara is also playable, and they were a boss fight. And Yang Qing.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage,
So.
having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise?
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's actually pretty common. Already know about the Fei Xiao boss. Yeah, Fei Xiao's also another one. Well, Fei
Will they
Xiao's
dare to reach for the skies?
a
after
little
realizing
different.
The cost of choosing to fly?
But again, you have
Does
to
the
actually,
truth
I'm not going to
exist?
say why she's different than the rest of them, but you have to
harm
play it to find out, because I don't want to spoil it for you.
is the question.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Hawkeye
Look
Star Rail.
forward to tomorrow's arrival.
That is the bad thing about... I like this person. Maybe you get to see Carlotta. He immediately smiles. But that's the bad thing about doing these kinds of things out of order. It's because, like, Cristoforo, when this came out, I'm sure was, like, relatively fine. We weren't really for sure about what his thing is. Now I just want to punch him in the face. I just want to throw hands. And it's not perfect.
Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate.
I really want to get my Carlotta team up and running so I can actually start using Carlotta. Because I haven't I've gotten her, but I haven't used her yet, and I really want to use Carlotta.
As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it.
I gotta catch up in the
According to
story.
our inside
It's really
sources.
good. Inforius is really long though, like really long.
It was none other
Like the
than
most recent story
Astrites
was
from
to
the
6
Order
hours.
who
The one before that was
salvaged the
4.5
priceless
hours. The
works
one
from
before
the
that was 5 hours. The one before that was
They've
4.5
long
hours.
known of
Yeah,
their
so it's
existence
long,
and
but it's
hid
good.
the poems in the Order's library.
It takes a while to get going at the beginning, but then it gets really good. It's playable model. Yeah, they did update. Yeah, I think that is really cool. It represents the change that he's trying to
Choosing
go
make
through.
it public now, likely
So yeah,
means
I think
using
that
its
HSR does a
powers
really
to
good job
steal
with
the
like
truth.
explaining why the bosses then become playable. I want to play HSR, but I'm doing Sonic Unrelated Unleashed PS3 speedrun. Well, maybe you can play. Well, no, because you have to pay attention. I was gonna say maybe you can play them both with how much lag Sonic has, from what I've heard, in chat. You might be able to get through the story before you get through that game.
Now,
Yeah, his
considering
outfit
the
looks
fact that the untraceable
rip as hell.
article first
His outfit's
began
awesome.
circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with Chacona.
No, that was Sonic Boom. It's
As a
Unleashed.
poet, her insights
Yeah.
would be much
As you can tell, I don't think I've ever. I've never played a single. That's incorrect. I played the game where Sonic has a ring and like a fire on his chest. I played that one. That is the only Sonic game I've ever played. That one was good though. I did like that one. But that was the only Sonic game I've ever played.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Sonic. There we go. Sonic and the Secret Rings. Yeah, I played that one.
Gone without a trace, and she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms.
Yep,
Margarita,
Sonic and the
have you
Secret
seen
Rings.
Chacona?
Miss Chacona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
I just fought Yue and helped Jingxi. Very nice. Yeah, that was really cool. I really like that whole fight sequence. I played almost every Sonic game except for Sonic Riders. Very nice. I've only ever played Color, but I've watched a lot of Game Grumps, right? Because it's like, it's crazy. Cutscene has good music. Oh yeah, Wuthering Waves has Chef's Kiss music. But it's crazy the power of playthroughs. Because, like, I've recently gotten back into Subnautica, which, scary game. Scariest game I'm ever going to play. Ugh, but it's so good. And it's my first time actually playing the game, but I used to watch so many Let's Plays of Subnautica that I know where everything is. Subnautica is so much fun. I have thought about streaming that game, but it just doesn't make sense for me to stream it, so I don't. And the fact that I legitimately, every time I think I'm going into an area with a Reaper, it legitimately takes me 10 in real life minutes to convince myself to go forward because I am so scared of the ocean and what's in there. It's so bad, but it's such a good game.
Words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Like, if I ever ended up streaming Subnautica, Leviathan class entity nearby, are you sure whatever you're doing is worth it? It's not worth it. Turn around right now, go back to the Grand Reef, and just go back. Don't go farther. But legitimately, if I ended up ever streaming Subnautica, half of all of my audio for that stream would be me screaming or me talking myself into going forward. So, but I've been having a blast with it.
You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public, but that revelation...
You think you're going into an area with a Reaper, but you're going into an area with a gun. I have never gotten close to the Void. I will probably never go into the Void. But yeah, no. I haven't actually, in my gameplay, I haven't actually seen a Ghost Leviathan yet. I have gotten grabbed by a Reaper Leviathan. That was good crap out of me. Because I didn't see it coming. But Yeah. Subnautica is basically underwater No Man's Sky. I haven't actually played No Man's Sky, and I haven't watched too much about it, but I've heard that both are very good. I went to the void, scanned the Ghost Leviathan, and died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only way to get the adult Ghost Leviathans, isn't it? I think. Thank you for the scan. Because you can find babies in, like, the actual, like, areas, but you can't find adults. Oh, this is the 2.36 story in the main event. Yes, sir.
And here I thought.
Yeah, this is the last, like, event that I have. Then I have to go back and I have to clean up A Bowser, the level 16 A Bowser castle, which I have to look up how to do that because I can't clear it fast enough. And then I have to do the deck, and then I'm done with all the limited time events that have been in the game so far.
Still cling to the same
It is the Juba. Gotcha, I figured.
The truth has its thorns, and the golden anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
I really want to punch Cristoforo in the face.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Rinascita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together.
Killed the Reaper before I rammed it with my Seamoth and then went stabby. I can't get close to those things. Like, if I hear its noise, I immediately hit the ground floor, look around, pray that it's nowhere near me, and then immediately go back to my base. No second thought, no questions. I am booking it as soon as I see that it's not around me. Oh my god, you said the thing, right? Seasluna is so pretty. I wish I got her. I wish I got her too. I would love to have a Cardathia team, but again, it just didn't. The cards didn't align.
What of it?
But yeah, Seasluna is really good. Just wait till you get to the law. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna hate the Dragon Leviathans. Actually, I feel like those are a lot less scary than the Reapers because they come into view a lot sooner, and they don't just grab you. The Wuthering Waves ebb and flow. Oh my god, it's Wuthering, right?
It exists forever.
I should probably pay attention to this a lot more than I am, but I just love talking to chat a lot, so. I mean, I understand what's going on. I have been paying enough attention for that. But yeah, I think this thing that scares me so much about the Reaper Leviathans is that, like, if you're looking away from it, you'll probably hear it coming, but if you don't actively see it, it will just grab your camera, spin around, and scream in your face. Like, it's such a big jump scare. It's terrifying. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to talk about with the Sea Dragon Leviathan.
Because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
Throw him overboard. No, they're gonna try and banish these people. Although, and see, this is another thing about doing these quests late. I don't know if we've canonically helped free Dirge yet or not. So, like, if they go to the island, are they gonna die or not? I don't know.
The parallels. So
I've heard Subnautica 2 would be coming out. Yeah.
Just like the
Subnautica 2 had its...
Society
I think it was a gameplay trailer where we got to see some gameplay and we got to see our first Leviathan from it. I have actively avoided it because I kind of want to wait for it to come out entirely. But that's really cool. I have heard, and I do not know if this is true at all. I don't think it is, but it would be cool if it is. I have heard that the Gigantic Leviathan, Gigantic, like, the really, really big skull in the Lost River is actually getting a model in Subnautica 2. Which, if they do that, it'd be sick.
Are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some tam horse?
I don't know. Because I know that it's a mod at the moment. You can mod it into the game, and it's really, really cool.
poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. Almost makes those poets look noble.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy
Gargantuan, that's what it's
last
called,
of
yeah.
what remains
Yep.
of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name
God,
of
it's for Lupa.
blasphemy.
What? Where? Yeah.
Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Takata family and the...
I think I've decided, Chad, I don't care. I don't like Cristoforo.
Tell me,
He's a stinky
what
head.
is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets.
Right. I don't know if that's true or not, because I know that it's a really popular mod, and the mod looks really cool. But I don't know if it's actually going against Subnautica 2, but I have heard that it is. But, I mean, with the game being so early in development, they can say a lot of things. And it could just not happen. And by they, I mean, like, people assuming that this might be coming and then passing it off as truth. But yeah, so I don't know.
Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover
Do it.
along
I'll go with you.
boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away.
If it does come out, yeah, it would be in the void. I mean, if it acts anything similar to how the mod works, is it's only findable in the void, but you can get a baby, kind of like how you get the cuttlefish, and then you can kind of do that, which is pretty cool. Let me take a screenshot. Go to art. Then we Nichols. Yep.
Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all. But the Order will never... Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth.
I'll go with her. I'll go with Siasona, I don't care.
Blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day.
Yeah, so you can tell that this quest came out before Card of Thieves, because Card of Thieves was 2.4, I believe. This quest came out before that, because, well, it's talking about the Blessed Maiden, who no one knows where she is. She's actually in Black Shores.
Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow?
Yes, I insist. I will do so.
Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss.
There's Rubber.
Is this Chacona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Chacona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be... the Golden Anthem?
Dang, okay. He just has the Golden Anthem?
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies.
Gargantuan Leviathan would be so cool to see. It would be sick.
The girl in the poet's
Utterly
song
terrifying, but it would be
studied in
sick.
Chacona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the perform, why was she there? And why are the Takata family and the Poets Society accused of the same crime?
Yeah, it's time to find it out. I did the quest when it came out. Good.
Thank you for understanding everything.
Nope. Go free viewers. Isn't Gargantuan far bigger than the Cyclops? If you look at the mod, the Gargantuan's face is a little bit bigger than the Cyclops.
You must have touched the Golden Anthem.
Like the Cyclops is almost as thick as its body. Like it's massive.
To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust.
Yeah, see, the younger child is Siasona, which I kind of figured that from the beginning.
Stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Chikona Takata.
Sure has shady in his name. What?
Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem.
That's the mod
doesn't
though.
just
What
belong
would
to
the
Poets
well
Society.
the canon I have no idea. I mean like the mod looks pretty similar to how it would look like because they use references from in-game and like the concept arts. So like unless if they just completely change how the way the Gargantuan Leviathan looks. Because in the trailer there's a creature larger than the Cyclops. And which trailer? The trailer for Subnautica 2 or 1? Because if it's in 1, then, well, there's nothing bigger than the Cyclops. I mean, a Reaper is technically bigger than the Cyclops. And so are most of the Leviathans, but, like, I don't think.
A mysterious person showed the poets the truth.
Subnautica 2, yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I've
And they
been
decided to
actively,
become
like,
knights
just
of
trying to...
Laguna. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was it didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, as you've already seen.
So they were set up.
I was
That's
also
crazy.
banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims say usually the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was none. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. In the world they dreamed of.
That's crazy.
Poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold.
I don't know how are they gonna connect Septimon's story ending with Raguna Order. I don't know. I mean I trust that they'll be able to do it really, really well. But it is kind of funny. As soon as you get to Septimont, they're like, yeah, the people over there took it way too far. We over here believe in humanity. Like the Sentinel's kind of cool, but those people are insane. We're gonna stay over there. That was great. It was like the third line since getting to Septimont is like, yeah, okay, sure, we believe in people. Sentinel's cool and all, but like we were the ones that did the journey. They kind of think the Sentinel does everything. They're gonna stay over there.
Weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, like obviously you're not meant to like the Order, but like the Order kind of sucks.
Was the Order's banished?
Which is good storytelling. If you know you don't like the antagonist, and that's a pretty good antagonist.
The Poet Society and our family could never.
I got a notification on how to build Cardathia. I don't think I need to learn how to build Cardathia with what I have. Yeah, no, there's.
Hold on now.
It's like walking up to Albert Einstein and trying to teach him like the basics. Like, no, don't do that. You don't need to do that.
Always
I'm good.
worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it. But this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by.
Did I see Yeshi's trailer? I did not. Did they come out with a new trailer for her?
Like I said,
Or are you talking...
the
Is
truth,
it?
there are
A new
hints of
trailer?
the sea inside Jacona's melodies.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything.
It's no. Okay, so then no, I have not seen the old trailer now.
This song, it's the one she performed last time.
Do we get to hear Rover sing?
The melody is the same, but
There's a guy in the trailer. He has the same VA as Cristofaro and looks quite similar. That would be sick if Cristofaro was like all the way back there. That'd be awesome.
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write.
Last stream we were talking about Aegistar, now we're talking about Subnautica. We literally are unable to talk about the game. To be fair, I was doing a lot of like just quests that were just go here, take a picture, go here, take a picture, go here, take a picture. And those are fine. I like doing them, but they're not particularly good talking points. So, like, if we were doing, like, a main story, we'd probably be talking mainly about the main story, but this is just kind of like a chill, I'm gonna do some catch-up, just talk to you guys.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You're worried I might end up on the same path you did.
Rover, yet again, being the GOAT. This game's gorgeous. I love this game.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
Rover's awesome. He has a great vocal range and emotional range. A lot of the VAs in Wuthering Waves are very talented and very, very good.
And the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the Order of the Deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindred...
Imagine if I can get 400% crit damage on my card at the end. It's probably not possible. It might be. I don't know. Because, I mean, the weapon helps a lot with the HP, but if the weapon was like crit damage, then it'd definitely be possible. Like...
There! Now, how's that for a story worth telling? Ah! Speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant.
That's one way to think about it. That's definitely one way to think about it. Absolutely.
Acolyte of the Order of the Deep or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Based. Reveal the truth on stage. I would bring me no greater joy. Alright, we're going to 12. For all, Sona does about 2/3 of the guard. That's crazy. Yeah. I want to get Zani to the point. Time to become fugitive of Raguna. Yes! What I've been waiting for! I'm fine with that. We'll just run over and hang out with Cantarella. Actually, Technically, now we can just run over and hang out in Septimont, although at this point of the story, Septimont doesn't, like... We can't physically go there. But yeah, I'm fine with that.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy.
I wish... I don't know if I'm being too hard on my builds, but I don't think my Zondi's there just yet. Like, she needs more crit rate, more crit damage. Her other subsets are, like, in a pretty okay position, but, like, she just needs more crit rate and crit damage. Especially crit rate. She does not have enough crit rate at all.
Songs for the Divinity and the Order. This is how their music became known to all.
Yeah, getting a character like Finon and Wu would be
Until
insane.
one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the person we see at the very beginning of Wuthering Waves is the person that can do that.
The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails?
My Electria is almost built enough. I need an attack orb with speed and an ER rope with speed and attack. Luckily, I have a WTF piece on her with 50% attack, 50% very, very, very nice.
How?
I will say,
Poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel.
I don't craft very, very often in HSR. I tend to craft when it's a new character, and I just want to have them built ready to go right now for videos.
People of Renacita.
But
Have you ever wondered
it
why
is
the
always
Order
worthwhile,
forbids
in
us
my
to
opinion, to
surrender our
craft an
allegiance
ER
to
rope because they're so hard to get.
Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
The Acolytes they can try. They're not getting past me. Oh yeah, put the mask on. Let's go. Let's go check.
Imperator and Draguna have always stood united. Yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Chikona Takata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
You can try.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Yeah, that's what I do, but I have no crit damage, but I do roll speed and effect, right, so it's all good. God, right, that's the hardest thing, is getting the substats if you don't have the jewel pieces. I can see them doing that within 5 or more patches, considering Cardiff. That is true. Cardiff has almost the same effect as me. Her ult's so cool. I really like her ult.
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Huh. Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel.
The order is getting its comeuppance, yes! There I go.
Damnation! She's not working alone!
No, she's not. Hey, this is sick. I like this a lot. This is awesome. Yeah, this is sick. I love this. Various sides with the heavens note. She literally does. She literally does.
Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again.
Oh. Woohoo! So does anyone in chat know if we actually get to see the order like crumble and fall, or is it just kind of like we get to put the pieces together ourselves after like all these character stories and stuff?
Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the order.
Not yet. I hope we do get like a story later.
But that's a story for another time.
Maybe not a main story, because I don't know how they would flesh that out. Maybe Act 8 or 9. Yeah. Isn't Phoebe part of the Order? She is. She is, but we like Phoebe, so it's fine. Phoebe's one of those characters that she's not super high up in the pecking order, so she doesn't know about all the corruption. She just thinks that she's doing a good job because she wants to help people. And that's why we like Phoebe, because she's great. But yeah, I do hope that we get to, like... It would actually be really sick if we get to have that, like, little mini-game... not really a mini-game. That mechanic in Septimalt where we're fighting for control of some of the town. But if we get to do that with the Order in Raguna, that would be super cool. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I hope that they do it well. I mean, I know they'll do it well because it's well, but, like, I'm so excited for that. My Robin and Tribby also need building. My Robin only needs ER rope and attack orb. My Tribby, however, yeah. I mean, those are two really good supports. Depending on the teams that you have, like, they're definitely going to be worth it.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order.
Me too.
Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room.
I just lost my 50-50 Ninja Sword to yet another Bailu. Now she's E3, that's unfortunate. I mean, I know you like Bailu, but like, getting a new character would be very nice.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
Why does Wuthering Waves make all its women so beautiful and pretty? Marketing!
And towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer?
Yeah, I really like Sakona's. I don't know how to say her name properly. I'm just gonna go back to saying Siasona. I really like Siasona's story.
Perhaps our
It's not completely over yet, but it was really good.
It is time. Sinner against the Sentinel.
Yeah, that's a crazy shot.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade.
Yeah. Siasona is spelled Siakona. Yeah. They say it in the story a few times. Yeah, it's like Shasona or Shakona or something like that. I just can't. It's pronounced that way near, yeah. I just, because I don't see her very often. Call her Shakona.
For Windhaven.
Okay.
You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass.
So, but here's the thing. I'm really bad with names. So, I tend to just go with whatever I call them first. And this is in real life too. If I ever meet anyone, I tend to call them whatever they're introduced as. So it's like, pronouncing it is Shakona. But because I don't see Shakona often, I don't have her on my account, and I'm not gonna see her very often in the story, I will forget how to pronounce her name, and then I'm going to look at it and go, oh, it's spelled like this, so you pronounce it Siasona. So it's like, feel free to correct me. I'll try to remember, but with my track records of names, it's not happening. But yeah, so for the rest of this, I'll call her Shikona, because that's how you pronounce it. But I'm just, I would have been happy with Bailu's Lycone. Can you get? I guess you can. Yeah, I mean at that point, Xavier, if you have enough intertwined fate, or not intertwined fate, that's Genshin Impact. If you have enough for stuff from the shop to buy it, you could do that. But I would recommend only spending that on the summons instead. But if you want to, if you really want to invest in the Bailu, you can do that.
I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard.
Shikona. I'm gonna have to keep telling myself that in my head. It's pronounced Shikona.
The only thing I can offer is to immortalize.
Where did they pull Brand's moveset? What's up?
Carry all the stories about you with me.
It's from PGR's Watanabe Epitaph.
I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright.
Interesting. Yeah, I would expect you to say PGR. At least. But I haven't heard that name.
I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
I'm not doing that. I want the Lycone, but I'll get it to not guaranteed. Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably the best option.
Here, you can have this music sheet.
I get her music
I'm
sheet?
heading off on a new mission.
Chat, let's go. I get Shikona. Music sheet. That's awesome. Yeah, let's go. This had better be a thing in my bag I can look at.
Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story.
Oh, more. I want more little sheet music. Take me with you! Right?
Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again. And I'll sing it for you, I swear.
Is this the last time we see her in story?
After all,
does she show up
we're
anywhere
partners
else?
in crime now.
Apple. I'll have more of a chance of getting Welt and Yangqing. That is, well, if you're pulling on premium, you can actually change which characters you lose pity to, so you can never lose to Yangqing again, which I think is a big W.
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the Blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Yeah, that smile's goofy.
The words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays.
Based. That's based. Chromium, yeah.
And yet,
I'm sure you can make it of
you seem
alarm
so
noise.
restless, Lord Fenrico.
That's the last
This
time
is
you see her.
hardly the
I
character
figured,
expected from you.
but I didn't know. To make sure.
Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like Christopher, which is probably which is the intention, so that's
You were
good.
the
But
one who
yeah, I don't
led
like him.
the Poet Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things
Have to be one of the
better
rookie
left
players that
unsaid.
don't need to get Shortkeeper. Probably.
There was no deception.
I mean, you
Indeed,
just
I was
picked the character that doesn't want Shortkeeper on their
In the
team.
end, I found a story about
so.
birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Interesting. I'm probably the #1 card at the end of the server now. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yay! Yeah, that was really good. I really, really, really like that.
A fire, seemingly forged from the depths of hell, destroyed? That doesn't quite add up. If hellfire was all that remained from the Pilgrim's Tale, then could they really?
So it looks like I'm gonna run out of inspiration, which is fine. That means I just do it tomorrow. I think I get enough to finish this tomorrow, so that's fine. That's fine.
Pilgrim's Sailor, another poet, intimately familiar with the poets of the Golden Anthem.
Because I think, yeah, because I have these done now. Do that. I'm literally short by 1, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's fine.
Is that what you think? No. It was the Order and other monsters breed fear. And
Yeah,
perhaps
so
fear
in
is exactly what the
24 hours I'll be able to finish this, and then I'll be done. Yeah. Is the max level 80? I think that's correct. Cause I'm getting there. I'm getting close. Closer. I'm only level 74. One of these days I'm gonna finish this. Actually, no, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow because this is the inspector. So yeah, I'll be able to do that. That'll be sick. I'll finish that category. So what are my Astrites at now? When does this reset? 13 days. I have 68 summons. I have 95 in total, so we just need a little bit more. We need 160 for guaranteed character, and then we need 90 for 80 for weapons. So we're getting close. We're about 1/3 of the way there. I'm only level 60. Gotcha. I'm gonna sneeze. It's just not. It's just like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's not going any farther than the I think I'm going to sneeze phase. Won't stop. It's really annoying. Alright, this will probably be the last quest of the stream, but we're gonna end it with a bang. I mean, we already did. We already did Sakona's the story quest, which is really, really good. I just have to remember to do that thing tomorrow. What is it called? There you go. Being level 60 and a fully built card if you with training a team feels insane. Yeah, that is really gonna have. I don't remember when. I don't know what level I was when I had Sonny. I think it was 65. Because I was no. I think it was 68. Because then I was like, I can get to 70 before I can get Sonny. Then I can get this, and I was like really trying to get to level 70. I think so. I think I was level 68. That was nice. They gave us a picture. I really liked that. And we did end up getting Cisona's book, which is nice. Apparently there's more things that I have to use. Oh, there we go. It's the plushies. Y'all can't tell, but I put the mask on.
Anything I can...
I will be there for everyone.
Yeah, there it is.
As we head
Aha.
toward our shared future.
Is it worth using a resin without having the blue stuff? Heading out a little early. Take it easy, guys. See you later. Thank you for stopping by. Do really appreciate it. Just using a reruns, I can get a weapon, right? Yeah, because now you have a lot less to worry about. You only care about 6 things: Heredity, her weapon, and then the 2 others in their weapon. Oh, actually, you only care about 4 things because you don't even need to. You can't summon for Rover and his weapon. Or should I use the rhythm of my Robin? I need Luca to Chef Luca. So I tend to only craft when the blue pieces are there because it's a guarantee to have at least 2 substats there. Now, if it rolls into the right substats, that's kind of RNG. But you can influence it a bit. So I would only craft if you have blue pieces. You can turn resin into the blue pieces, but the conversion rate's absolutely terrible. So if you want it like right now, you could turn it into blue pieces and then summon and then like craft that way. But it is not. Watch me get S6 credit here for an extra. Given enough time, you probably will. And then what? Are you just gonna try and get multiple copies of her weapon, or are you gonna try and get constellations for Cisona or Shakona? Sorry. See, I caught myself. I said it, but I did catch myself. Weapon will be next. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, that's technically easier than getting a C6 character because it's guaranteed. It's still a lot of Astrite, but it is guaranteed at least, so that's nice. I'm going to fully max that card at the end. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Dude, I don't know who I should save for in Wuwa. I don't think that's a bad thing. Not knowing who to save for is perfectly fine, because that means you're just getting to save for the sake of saving, which is not a bad thing. Like, that was my thing with HSR. I didn't know who I was saving for after I got the Herda, so I just sat on them and started accruing. So when I find a character that I want, I'll be able to get them. And that character turned out to be Saber. Because a lot of people want me to pull for Saber, and, you know, I gave into the hype. But yeah, so it's perfectly fine to not to know who to save for, because at the end of the day, you're still getting the Astrites, and you can just sit on them, and then it makes it easier to choose when you have more Astrites, right? I remember I already have Cardathea and her weapon, meaning I only have 4 of her weapon and 6, right? Okay, now I need the Havoc Warrior. Yep. I need you and you. And then that saves me some time. It does. It does, yes. Where are you? There we are. Okay. We're gonna try this. I do not know how this deck works, so I'm gonna do this on the fly, just as an attempt. If I lose, it's this pack. If I win, sweet. Would it be better to just give an ER rope on Robin first? I already have an Unleash. I just don't have substats I want. So I don't know what kind of characters you have, so I don't know the quality, if that makes any sense, of the characters that you want. So, I know for my account personally, I can use Robin on every team I have. So, it would make more sense to make sure that she's stable before Linkcha, because I can use Linkcha on almost every team that I have. So it just kind of depends on which character you're using the most. If you're using Linkcha more than you're using Robin, then it would make more sense to go with Linkcha. If you're using Robin more than you're using Linkcha, it would make sense to go with Robin. So that's how I would choose. I know that's not an exact answer, but like, I don't know what characters you have. After I get my maximum Cardathea, I'll probably I'll probably go for Cardathea next. Makes sense. I'm gonna use them on the same team, but Linkcha is more built, so I'll focus on Robin. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're able to get Robin, like as long as you're able to get an ER rope on Robin, even if you don't have the substats that you want, you're still able to, like, because the only thing you care about is hitting EM and getting into your ults. If you even have a maxed out ER rope with terrible substats, the ER is going to provide so much value. It makes sense to do that, if that makes any sense. So. Coming back to PGR just less than a little month. Very nice. Very big epic. Yeah, that'll be really cool for you guys. People are going to think I'm a whale after that, though. Every time I post... Okay, not every time. Most of the time when I post a summons video, everyone's like, well, I get one or two comments where it's like, L whale, wow, that you spent a lot of money, XYZ. And some of them are perfectly harmless, and it's like, wow, you spent a lot of money. Some of them are like, L whale, I'm glad you lost, yada yada yada. It's like, I'm not a whale, I just save a lot. So it doesn't really matter though. Like, who cares? You put in the effort to that character, you saved up that amount of stuff, so enjoy it. But if she is built more relic-wise, Link should totally isn't at 777, right? I mean, 777 is a good place to start. It's because you have a lot of Astrites, so yeah, people don't know. Yeah, like, if you go back to look at my, my Zoneless Summon video that I posted, I have, like, 300 pulls. And because people who watch my videos don't always watch my streams, they don't know that I'm, like, actively trying to get as much as I can. So, it's like, oh. Okay. This guy's, like, this guy does stuff. This guy's farming. So, yeah. I think I ruined up the infinite run chat. But yeah, and a lot of people are just like really surprised because they don't see very many people that have that amount, which is fair. So like, and it's just like 1 or 2 people, per like 100 views, or even no, not even that. Like every 1 person every 500 views, it's like, oh, you stink, you're a whale. Hell, I'm so glad you lost. But again, it don't matter. I just kind of smile at those comments because they don't watch any of my other content, so they don't know that I saved. If people see a lot of pulls, they automatically think, well, they do, and that's not that's fair. I mean, like, a lot of people when they call you a whale are not saying it in like a derogatory, mean way. So like, I don't like, it's fine. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Random thought, what if the devil was the original god and the current gods are the ones who overthrew him and built the propaganda? Are you talking about PGR? Or which one are you talking about? Yeah, this deck is very strong. This deck is really strong. I was struggling so much at this part. But yeah, no, this deck is cracked. Yeah, this deck is cracked. Nope, in general. Okay, that's... I have no idea how to respond to that. Because I honestly have no idea. Yeah, this deck is dumb. I like it. I'm gonna keep using this. I'm gonna abuse this to win. The rogue got attack percent, but it with 3 rolls into crit damage, 1 to flat defense. It has 4 speed, and it would be a direct upgrade to my Sunday's rogue. I got you. Yeah. I mean, is that on the same set for Sunday? You doing the one to... I am. I yoinked it off the internet. So, you betcha. I could probably think a little bit more about where I'm modulating them because I'm reducing the damage that they do, but it doesn't matter. I love the fact that this little ball is terrifying. This little ball is so strong. Although I'm not winning this fight for some reason. It's probably because the something's healing his team, and I don't know what it is. Interesting. He one-shot me? Huh? How did that happen? Okay. That's really annoying, but I already have the Astrites, so I'm mainly just doing these to get them off of my like quest list. The turtle is healing them. Yeah. I figured that, but it's a little too late. But it doesn't matter. That's why you take the monkey. I just took the deck off the like I said when I started this, I took the deck off the internet. I did not watch how to play the deck. I just went with it because we were close to end of stream and I just wanted something to do. But I mean, I'll just do this. I'll do the deck ones off camera. So probably after stream. Well, actually, after stream, I need to finish recording a video, which I'm really excited to post soon. But maybe after that, I'll come in and I'll sweep the decks. But that'll be later. This is my favorite place in all of Lupa, by the way. Like, the aesthetic, the soundtrack, wife is here. It's great. I love it. The main card you use is the monkey. Yeah, the guy in the... Because I yoinked it off the internet. The guy said Thundering Manifestation, so I didn't really question it. But I can swap the monkey out for the Thundering... Or swap the Thundering Manifestation out for the monkey. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you wanting to come by and hang out. It means a lot. Fate Collab is tomorrow, but like I said, I will not be streaming Fate tomorrow. I will be streaming Fate on Saturday, and we will be doing Saber Pulls. I will have a special guest come on stream, and they will also be doing their Saber Pulls live with us. So you will get 2 times the amount of Saber Pulls than you would normally. So big epic, I hope to see you all there. And I should be live tomorrow as well. So I hope to see you that. We'll be doing Wuthering Waves, as always. So I'll see you then.